Was your Tyler's back with the retro reviews here on Tyler's Retro Reviews with last review of the month of April, TNA Lockdown 2005. Coincidentally enough, on the 20th anniversary of this, which is April 24th, at the Impact Zone in Orlando, Florida. I mean, this is before 2007 where they went to different states. Went on the road for this particular pay-per-view, basically. Because this is the first wrestling's first all-steel cage event. Yeah. But anyways, this was a good show. Well, that's all I have to say. That's all. But anyways, this is gonna lead to the next pay-per-view, which is Hard Justice, which that's gonna be for May, and you're gonna see a new laptop with this. So yeah, because like I said before, look at the state of this fucking thing. It's like it's old and stuff like that, and I mentioned in my WrestleMania review on there, but again, you're not gonna see a SmackDown review tomorrow because that's gonna have to take a break. But regardless, let's talk about Lockdown 2005. With the opener, which most of these are cage matches, but some had stipulated matches. But yeah. We start with Apollo and Sonny Siaki defeating Chris Candido and Lance Hoyt. This is a really controversial match because Chris Candido unfortunately broke his leg, and we all know what happened afterwards because he made one last appearance on an Impact right after this, and he was passed away like after that taping. Yikes. That's just... That's really, really painful for me. It really hurt me to say that, but yeah, yikes. But regardless, this was mostly just a handicap match, really. And this turned Lance Hoyt babyface afterwards. Just, I give it a 4 out of 10 for that. Because there's that. Anyways, then we get a Prince of Darkness match. What in the hell is a Prince of Darkness match? Well, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match, but the last fall is a blindfold match. Why are we doing blindfold matches? Anyways, Dustin Rhodes defeats Bobby Roode. I mean, Roode won the first fall, and then Dustin won the second fall. Then they did the blindfold spot. You know the table blindfold spot. They're trying to get each other. They're doing like this and this, and they miss the target, or they go up, or they get, or they accidentally grab the referee, or it's just a typical blindfold match. I mean, they're funny to look at, but why in the hell we had to put these fucking like sacks, these fucking things on their faces to limit their view, really. I mean, there's that. Dustin won, and he will be gone after this pay-per-view, and he will have another stint as Black Rain in 2007, 2008. Oh, God. Still, I mean, the match was fine. 5 out of 10, I'll give it. Yeah. Then we get a 4-minute escape match. This isn't like one of their typical stable of a lockdown where they do a random full exhibition escape match where it starts with people getting eliminated first, and then you have to get out of the cage in order to win this. This is also a shot at the exhibition championship. Shocker defeats Chris Sabin and Matt Bentley, and Sanjay Dutt also. I forgot it was a 4-way, not a 3-way. Yeah, pretty, a pretty good escape match. So Sanjay Dutt was the first eliminated by Shocker, and then Matt Bentley technically was eliminated by Chris Sabin, and then it came down to, Sabin and Shocker. Shocker got out of the cage first, so he won the match. Yeah, fun match. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. And there's that. Then we get a tables match between Jeff Hardy defeating Raven. This feud was supposed to continue into Hard Justice in the House of Fun match, but more on that when we talk about Hard Justice next month. But we don't know what next week's will be, but I'm not going to tell you that yet. This was a really, really good tables match. Jeff Hardy was going to swanton Raven through a table. Raven got out of the way. Jeff Hardy went through the table because you had to put your opponent through the table. But in the end comes where Jeff Hardy basically put Raven through 2 out of the 4 tables, really. But still, this feud was supposed to go into Hard Justice, but more on that we talk about next week. Or next month, rather, because next week, I won't tell you yet after this. Still, 8 out of 10 I'll give it. And then we get for... This was a strap match apparently, and it is for the NWA/TNA Tag Team titles. America's Most Wanted defeats Team Canada to retain the tag title. That's Eric Young and Petey Williams. This was okay, but there's that. I give it a 6 out of 10. And there. Anyways, next up is for the TNA Exhibition Championship. And this is one of the best matches on this show. Christopher Daniels defeats Ela Skipper to retain the Exhibition Championship. This was like right after Triple X implode or disbanded at their turning point. That's back in 2 years ago when this channel came in. and you know that. Um, at Destination X, Christopher Daniels won the X Division Championship, and this led to him versus Ellis Skipper here because AJ's back to the world title scene, and there's that. You know, this was a great match. 8.5 I give this match. It was the best part about it was Ellis Skipper flying off the cage onto Daniels and the referee, Mark Johnson, in that. But yeah. So yeah, next up is a Lethal Lockdown match. It's TNA's version of War Games, but it's one ring and use weapons in it. I think they stole this idea when they do their War Games matches now. Bring in a bunch of weapons in a match like this. But yeah, now the match was supposed to be in this match. It's Team Nash versus Team Jarrett, but Nash unfortunately was injured during this time. And they say, oh, that's typical Kevin Nash and that. No, he was dealing with really injuries around here, and he will not be back until 2000. Well, he won't get back to the ring until 2006. He won't get back until the first Impact on Spike TV. That's what I try to say. He was supposed to fight Jarrett there, but he had to back out that event, and yeah. So it's Team Nash of Diamond Dallas Page, Sean Wolfman, and the replacement was BC James. Defeats Team Jarrett of Jeff Jarrett, Monty Brown, and Kip James. This is basically the teasing of the James game coming in and the implosion of that, but that was like in turning point later on in the year, which I did that like 2 years ago also. So there's that. As far as Lethal Lockdown matches, they got better as the full year's Lockdown. And yeah, Monty Brown shouldn't be in Jarrett's. This is like his Horcrux in TNA. He's always aligned or against Jeff Jarrett in this point. He was aligned with Jeff Jarrett at one point. Then he fought with Jeff Jarrett against Jeff Jarrett at one point. And he fought with Jeff Jarrett at one point, And I understand why people thought Monty Brown was the biggest missed opportunity in TNA. And he ate the fall in this when Sean Wolfman pinned him, which honestly, you should have DP pin him in this, but still. Nothing against X-Pac, he's great, but DP should have gotten his revenge on him for what happened the prior month at Destination X. Go back to that review. If you know, you know. A 6 out of 10, it could have been better if there were more people in it, but then again, the following years blew this out of the water. For Team Sting against Team Jarrett. Or Stingers. Whatever. Main event. It's a number one contenders match for a shot at the world title at the Hard Justice. AJ Styles defeat the Abyss to get the opportunity against Jeff Jarrett at the next pay-per-view. Again, more on that when I talk about Lockdown. Or Hard Justice. This is Lockdown. Hard Justice next month. What can you say? These two have great matches. I'm hoping we get Abyss AJ Styles rival commentary in 2K25 because Abyss is going to be in W2K25 as a DLC character. It's the second one. And I hope we get Abyss AJ Styles rival commentary on that game. But yeah, this was a fantastic match. Yeah, fantastic match. I give it an 8 point. I mean, let's be fair. The best part about it, the best thing about it was AJ Styles clashing Abyss onto the fucking thumbtacks. then the sit-down powerbomb onto the thumbtacks again, and AJ won the match like that. Still, I guess he gives it a 9 out of 10. You know, great match, and that's it for Lockdown 2005. So yeah, great match. You know, and there's that. You know, I get a 7.5 out of 10. Or actually, I give it a 7 out of 10, rather. So, yeah. Yeah. Next week, Backlash is coming up. Backlash 2000 is next week. So, there's that. And on Saturday, I'll do Fairly Odd Parents Shadow Showdown. Again, no SmackDown review, because after that WrestleMania, review section I did with all the way up to it, it's best to give that a little break. I mean, they'll be back. But yeah. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel here, and include the notification bell, as well as my main channel also, so you will see other stuff like Showdown episodes to pay-per-views, video game reviews, movie reviews, and I will get back to the Dumpster Fires and the Raw SmackDown reviews also, but those need to take a break. The Raw SmackDown reviews, that is. But yeah. Bye-bye.